In this video, I'm going to tell you how to do product research for dropshipping on Google Ads, what exactly you need to be looking for in a product, and how to avoid saturation as much as possible. There are 3 different things that we need to keep in consideration when we are looking for a product: search volume, profit margin, and opportunity. Let's go over the first one, which is search volume. If you're coming from Facebook ads, I gotta tell you that the winner dropshipping product over there is a bit different than a winner dropshipping product on Google, more or less. You have probably heard it multiple times that the product must be unique, it must has a wow factor, and sometimes even it must be a bit of a gimmick. However, these are not quite what we're looking for in a product to advertise it on Google. Google is not like Facebook that you target people based on their interests or their past behaviors. Google is much more straightforward and direct. Google is one of the most powerful search engine in the world, and Google Shopping is one of the biggest marketplaces out there, if not the biggest. So every day there are millions of people all around the world searching for different products on Google to purchase. What does this mean? Does this mean that if you find a product that has high demand and post it on Google, then you're good to go? Not quite. As you probably know, on Google we target people who are actively looking for an item to purchase, so definitely demand should be there. And as I said, this would be one of the biggest difference between Google and Facebook. For example, on Facebook you can advertise this levitating lamp and people would go crazy because it is cool and unique. But it might not work on Google because people have no idea if this product exists or not, at least at first when this product came around. So if they don't know this product exists, they're not gonna search for a levitating lamp on Google. So obviously you need to find a product that enough people are looking for, but usually high demand directly translates to more competition. So if you put all of this together, we come to this conclusion that you need to be looking for a product that has a good amount of demand, but not too much. So what is the right number here? What is the best monthly search volume, and how you can find all this data? With the help of this Chrome extension, which happens to not be the sponsor of this video, and they seriously need to consider that, you can find each search term monthly volume. So this would be a really useful tool we'll be using in this video. I would say the best volume would be anything more than 40,000 and less than 100,000, and maybe less than 150,000 at max. So that would be your search volume. We're gonna take a closer look at it later. But the other thing I want to mention is profit margin. I would say perfect profit margin is anything more than 30 bucks on Google. But does this mean you can't sell anything with the profit margin of less than 30 bucks? Or does it mean that you can't sell low ticket products? Well, not quite. There are tons of cheap and low ticket products being advertised on Google, and they can be really profitable if either the AOV is high enough or the cost per conversion is low enough. But if you can find a product between the 40 and 50 range and sell it for 80, 90 bucks, then that would be perfect. So these would be 2 metrics that you need to keep in consideration when you're looking for a product. Okay, so let's start looking for a product together, and I'll talk about the other metrics later. One of the most popular way to find dropshipping products is by using these ad spy tools. Basically, they list some viral products from specifically, I believe, on Facebook, so you can go through each of them and see which one seems more interesting to you so you can do further research on them. For example, here we are in e-com hunts, and let's go with the category of lights and lightning.
What did he say?
You don't necessarily need to choose a category, but let's just go with it. Okay, so as I was scrolling down, I came across this product. It's a solar garden light. It was posted 3 years ago, which is pretty old. Maybe this specific product is not a thing anymore, but if you didn't know about this product at all, now you know. And there is a new niche that you can take into consideration, which is solar lamps. So now let's do some research about these solar lights for garden, and it shouldn't necessarily be the same exact product as I was saying. So maybe you can find something better. The main keyword, which is solar lights, has a 60,000 monthly searches, which is a really good. More than 40,000, less than 100,000, as I said. And let's see if we can find other keywords more specific, like solar garden lights. Well, this one has 27,000 monthly searches, which is perfect. Usually there is a really general keyword like solar lights, and there are more specific keywords like solar garden lights. You want to check those as well. There might be other keywords like solar pathway lights or solar walkway lights, which all of them have a decent amount of volume as the secondary keyword, I would say. So in terms of demand, this product is exactly what we're looking for. And I got to remind you that this Chrome extension is not always accurate, especially for lower volume keywords. So maybe this one has more volume that it shows. Okay, so let's head over to AliExpress to see if we can find a good solar light to sell. As you can see, there are tons of different versions for this product. You'll want to take a look at each one of them and see which is more unique and maybe has better features. For example, let's take a look at this one. There are probably way better options than this because like you can always find a better version, but This one looks pretty good to me, so let's just click on it. It seems like it has a decent quality. Also, they are multicolor, so this can make this product more unique, and it can be one of the advantages you can use to compete with the competitors. The price for this one is around 50 bucks Canadian, which I believe is around like 40 bucks, and it's for 6 pieces. So if you can sell it for 75 bucks or 80 bucks US dollar, then that will be awesome. Okay, but we're not over yet. There's one last thing, and that is checking to see if there is actually opportunity in selling this product or not. One would be checking for the competition. If you have a very few serious competition, then that's a good sign. I wouldn't worry about big brands too much. Your main concern should be the fellow dropshippers, so you gotta watch out for them. But having 0 competitors seems so unrealistic most of the time, which leads us to the next factor, which would be pricing. Sometimes your competitors are selling a product for a high price, and if you can find a different version, or maybe sometimes even the same version, for a cheaper price and sell it for a cheaper price, then in that case you have a better chance of surviving. And this happens a lot of times, so don't panic when you search for a product and all of a sudden see all these dropshippers selling something similar to your product. And don't worry, you don't need to be the cheapest, but as long as there are more people selling it for a higher price than yours, then you're good to go. The one last thing that you gotta be checking, which is my favorite, is to check your competitor's landing page and their whole website. To be honest with you, 90% of these people have a really bad landing page. So if you can create a converting and professional landing page, you can steal all their sales. And I'm not even kidding about this one. This is the most important thing that helped me a lot to sell saturated product and still make a profit. And by the way, please tune in and subscribe to this channel, because in my next video, I'm going to show you how to make a simple but converting landing page, which can help you steal every single sales from your competitors. But I want to talk about something else as well. This product that we were talking about, the solar garden light, seems like a seasonal product to me. It seems like the demand goes up at the end of the spring or in the summertime. So you want to go to Google Trends and search for your product. You want to put it on 5 years, and you want to go with the United States because that's probably where you want to test your product. But if you have a plan to sell it in other location, then definitely check that place. As you can see, at the end of the April, it's where the trend is at its peak, and it's the best time to sell this product. And right now it seems like we are experiencing a downtrend, because obviously in winter nobody gonna use these solar lights. So maybe this time is not the best time to start selling it, but I don't know, if you want to test, just test it and it won't hurt. Okay, so basically that was the process of finding a winner dropshipping product. Don't overthink it too much. The product that you're selling on Google doesn't need to be something really weird and interesting and unique. You can make a profit by selling these normal products. But let's go to AliExpress, because there's another way to find winner dropshipping products, which is my favorite. You want to go to AliExpress and click on categories, and as you can see, there are tons of different categories, and you want to go with probably every single one of them. I mean, not every single one of them though, because for example, you don't need novelty and special use. You definitely don't need that, and you don't want food. But other than these, maybe you want to go with all of them and see which one is more interesting. Probably you can find a lot of good stuff in, for example, home and garden section, or sports and entertainment. Like there are some of these sports like cycling, bowling, shooting, camping, hiking, like whatever, and they have their own audience, which some of their product are perfect to be sold on Google. Okay, so let's go with something like camping. There are a lot of saturated products in camping, but tons of different products, and every single one of them is different than the other. So you can do your research on all these products and see if you can find a decent one. And maybe even if you don't like this specific product, it doesn't matter. You can just go and find a better version. For example, let's take a look at this product. It's not a new product, but it looks pretty interesting. I've seen it before. It's a camping shower. I just want to show you that it has 60,000 monthly searches. And the CPC is pretty low and not too many competition, it seems. Product itself seems interesting. Like the only thing I don't like about it is the profit margin. It seems a bit too low, but I just want to say that if you're not a camping person, you probably had no idea about this product. So that's why I told you that you want to go through AliExpress, and it's really important because you can find new products in different niches. Okay, so I have another example for you, which is pretty interesting. I was going through AliExpress a few days ago and I came across this product, which is absolutely new to me, but it's not a new thing at all. It is a mannequin head, which is used for jewelries and necklaces, I believe. So this is a really common product, but I had no idea about that I can sell something like this. It never came to my mind. So I searched on Google, and surprisingly enough, it has around 50,000 monthly searches. The CPC is extremely low. So usually with this amount of search volume, you should get a CPC of around $1, maybe less, but around that. This is something that I had no clue about, and you can't think of something like this on your own, and you need to come across these products. That was it. Hopefully this video was helpful. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below your questions, and I'll see you soon.